Hey, James, I guess. What's up? I'm just trying to load a huge map, like the biggest. Takes a while. Might, yeah, see the stats of things working here. So there's nearly no activity on the hard drive, just the memory chugging. Not much to do while we wait. Well, let me just say I have two mods up and running in the game. And I have figured out, oh, let's see. What am I missing? Oh, I actually deleted. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Yeah, so my latest mod is this L18. So I got this thing into the game just last week. We'll see what it'll run like. Yeah, my rig puts your rig to shame. Probably, but it's also a workstation. If I could, I would make a separate gaming rig. It's sort of a hazardous game to play games on a workstation, which is earning me my money. But regardless of that, I can play games, no doubt. Oh wow, this is taking forever. Perhaps I should just kill it. I don't know. Yeah, let's just kill it. I should not have done that. So let's restart. Train transport fever. Here we go. I just thought I should take you through some simple custom game. This world size menu, or what should I say? Yeah, this menu is there because I activated some development or developer controls. Oops, let's just close Modo. I don't need that right now. So you have a range from small, medium, and large, which is the default, and then you have tiny, which is sort of a tiny diorama, and you have bigger aspect ratios, or world formats as they call it. So this is square. This is the world being twice as long as it's wide. This is 3 times as long as it's wide. So we could try that. Like, take one of these and tiny, easy game, and I'll add a couple of mods that I prefer to have there. So I'll add my mod for larger art icons. No costs. I don't need that. A friend of mine made this beautiful teak wagon or coach. This is the L18 mod I made. And I will add a couple of other of my mods. Yeah, and just for fun, let's take this no end year for the vehicles. And I will add a couple other mods, which is, yeah, these have not been converted to the new transport fever methods or way of rendering. Let's just see quick if anyone is. Nope. Nobody's answered. Okay, so this one is 3 times longer than it is wide, as you can see. Wow. Where is all this music coming from? Oh. It's from Twitch. For some reason. Huh. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Can use. Unfortunately, with these tiny maps, you're not necessarily getting all the different industries you need in order to make use of the industrial cargo system. I hope we will be able to do that later, or else I could pop up this menu and place my own farms and forests and whatnot. So let's start with a very simple transport network here. And I just want to show off my mods in this case. I'll start a different game after this. I want to see land value or land use, rather. Someone asked me last night how many tracks you can add in a station, and I think I answered him like 6, but it's in fact 8. And you can add a second street connection, so you can have roads on both sides, and that will in turn make for a bigger catchment area. If I just rotate this here, so if I add a road connection here, you'll see it also catches this area as well. Okay, I don't need more than one terminus, actually. Terminal station. And I'll just plonk it down in the middle here. Just for fun. The same goes over here. One terminus station. Just in the middle of the city. I don't care about costs and all that in this little demo. But I do make sure I plan out this route as level as possible. Don't go up in the hills and all that. Just making some parts double track, just so a couple of trains can meet during the journey. I don't know who's watching this stream now though, although there's only 3, but I can easily make crisscrossing tracks like that. You wouldn't be able to do that in Train Fever. Just wouldn't work. And also notice this buffer on the ends. Neat little details. Okay, so a couple of singles. Okay, that's it. Let's make a depot. That'll do right here. Ooh, I can actually make that turn. This also bothered me a lot in Train Fever. Just simple connections like this that make totally sense. Wouldn't be possible. You had to sort of build it in separate stages. So let's put down some modded trains, shall we? So this this particular locomotive is from 1996, the red one, and the other two are just rolling out from the paint shop this year. So it's the same locomotive, just different paint job. And I'll add one of my, or actually let's just add some vanilla wagons here. Notice you have different icons for different stations and all that now. They are part of the new UI. So when you start adding stations, the icon of the cursor changes. You didn't have that before. So it sort of helps you know that, oh, you are in a different mode of using the cursor right now. Compared to before, you wouldn't be able to click on other things like stations or cities, trains, depots, whatever, when you were in this mode. I often forgot that. Okay, so let's make another train, this time with a photo on the side and one of my modded coaches. Actually, why did I do that? Let's put it on the same line 1. And lastly, this wagon, and it can take this modern wagon as well. Let's just get rid of this line number 2. And I'll make a couple of multiple units, which I also made. So let's see how this one's doing. One of the new things in Transport Fever is you can have transparent objects, and these objects can also be reflective. So as you can notice here on the windshield, it's reflecting and you can see through it, and you see a driver in this. It's a work in progress interior. It's just a sloppy sort of a dashboard, and yeah, but it'll be better, I promise you that. They also added something very recently in this build. You can enter cockpit never done this before for this camera, but now at least we can see the speed it's running at, where it's headed, which line it's running. It's actually not that bad. I'm just speeding up the game here. Oh, in the horizon you can see a new train rolling out. It's going the other way. And here we have one of the gray ones. Notice you can see the emissive lights in front of the train or the locomotive. It's quite cool. Oh wow, it's a new experience for me as well. I never watched that angle before. I just read about it in a change list. So let's take a look at this gray train locomotive. So this paint job is quite normal. If not this photo exactly, there's this kind of landscape, epic Norwegian terrain photos painted on the side of the locomotives. So there's, I don't know, probably like 10, 15 different paint jobs rolling around in Norway. So this is a mod I made, I think it was last fall, like October, November, about this time last year, I don't know. It will be given some interior as well, with chairs, seats, and a hallway, so you can see through the windows and the doors when they open. Then there's this one, which is, I don't know why they put stripes on it, but who cares? Looks sort of cool. One thing I did especially for this mod was create a lot of detail in front of this, on the plow here, and paid a lot of attention to this part with the buffers and these bolts and all that. And there's a hook in here to keep the plow in the correct angle, depending on whether it's winter and snowy or not. So I'm happy with that. And then you can see this this sloppy loco driver. Like, I don't know what it's doing. It's just the default animation, but it's fun. Adds a bit of life in there. Okay, didn't we have like a flirt? Yeah, there we have a flirt running around. This train has a lot of windows and a lot of interior models. So if there are passengers, they will in fact show up inside here, just like in the vanilla wagons. I also got permission from a modder on transportfever.net to use his sound set. So I found the horn, which you just heard, and I found the engine sounds and all, which I think sounds most like this one in the real life. And he approved and let me use it in the mod. So day one, let's see if someone's answered that. Yep. So day one, you will be able to download the game, install it, go to the workshop. Yeah, find my locomotive, which is 3-in-1 pack. and you will be able to find these two different flirt sets, which are separate mods. So you don't need one to drive with the other. They're also a bit different in terms of how they look. Although this one is more correct than the other. I really like the design of the red one. It's an interesting design with all these curves or waves, I think, and the design is quite cool as well. Yeah, what's different from this one and real life is the real one does not have the rear doors, so there's only doors on the front part of the wagons. But I didn't want to create an entirely new mod with a new objects, just repainted it, and it works out. If it's a really big thing 4-in-1, I might consider closing the doors and adding walls here. Who knows? Let's see, did this train have any passengers? Yeah, just 2. Let's see if this one, yeah, it's got 8 passengers. And here you can see some passengers riding the train. You wouldn't be able to see that in the previous game. And you can see them sitting at different places, like in real world. A lot of people would be scattered and be afraid to sit next to each other, you know. I also made so in a couple of wagons here, someone might be using these, like these fold down chairs you can see here, and others would be standing in the hall next to the entrance and exit. Okay, so as you can see, this map is tiny. It's a sort of a diorama like you would have for a typical Z scale or HO scale model train. We could go to something larger than this and do some longer lines. It's awfully quiet in the chat though, so I don't know what you want to see or if you have any questions or whatever. Oh, by the way, you probably noticed that pop-up, the message that there's now a new airplane available. So we could plop down this airport at one end and fly to the other end in a new game where there is a bigger map. So let's go for a free game. Let's make it a large. Make it twice as long as it's wide. I don't care about, I want to start in the 1990s. What mods am I working on? Right now, I am not working on anything specific. I have launched 3 mods. I think the next ones would be to, let's see, I think the next project would be making my old mods work with train fever. Sorry, it's transport fever. Old habits, talking about train fever. So let's see if I, not here, it's like, yeah, so we have like this one. Let's see. Which is the L13. It's a locomotive from the 50s. What I do here is make the windows transparent, add some interior, and I should make these wheels more like the real thing, which is they were made with what is it called, like I don't know what it's called, but I'll find a photo. Perhaps they can show it here. Well, yeah, well, it's not solid. It's like a tire rim, you know, wheel, whatever. And after that, I also have this one, which is a diesel locomotive. Is this the latest? Yeah, it's the latest. Let's see. Yeah, this one. This one would also have some sort of interior. See-through windows, of course. I think this one will be quite quick, and I will have to retexture it for PBR. And then there's some updates to a wagon, of course. This wagon, I think, no, that's not it. This one. Let's see, there we go. Yeah, this wagon is, it needs some interior. It shouldn't be a lot of work, actually, since windows and all that are separate polygon sets. So it's all a matter of actually making the interior walls and all that's needed for that. And I should do some updates on the diesel locomotive. Oh, sorry, the electrical locomotive I used in the previous game I showed you. Okay, so this map is the default large size like you have in Train Fever, except it is way longer than it's wide, twice as long as it's wide. You can even make longer maps than this. Let's try that. Also, let's see if there's any. No, I'll just keep my mods here. Well, for sake of it, let's go with the US setup here. I haven't tried that. Let's see what it looks like. Thanks, Jam. I'm sure we will be in touch about modding and whatnot. Just some reading while we wait for the game to load. Interesting. Someone wants a map editor. Okay. Let's build something. So this one should be quite long, and this is just a large and you have like 2 sizes more than this. So I think this is pretty decent for a large map, don't you think? Like, you have loads of cities here. The list is long. Same goes for the list of industries. Jesus, never ending. Okay, so there are different industries. They produce different things, and they require different things in order to produce a product. The easiest route of things to do is move things from like a farm to a food processing plant. This route isn't particularly long, so it's not a hard one to do. We could do that and ship food to like 3 cities. The more complex not routes, chains are like this one. I think is the most complex because you need wood. So you would need to find a forest and send that to a like a sawmill, which will make it into planks, and then you move the planks to this location. So that's already three steps. And then you would need, oh, that's the wrong one. Then you would need steel. And in order to make steel, you need to transport iron ore and coal to a steel mill. And then you need plastic. In order to make plastic, you need grain, for some reason, and oil, processed oil, to a plastic factory, like here. In order to have oil, you need crude oil, which will be transported to this oil refinery, which will produce both oil and fuel. So there's products and byproducts or secondary products. So I think this is the most advanced, and these products it ends up with is tools and machines, which will be shipped to the industrial parts of a city, which require all these things in order to make the city grow. Or I don't know if it needs all. I think I read a city needs at least 2 types of goods transported there, along with I guess people, passengers, to grow. So let's start with this food. Since we're not paying for anything, but let's see, we're not paying for anything but construction of stations. I will definitely make stations like this. We could, of course, make it like run through it like this, so we save a little bit on the terrain expenses. Yeah. And connect it to the road network. Well, that's weird. Let's try that again. We're gonna cross a lot of height differences here, which can be like, we don't want a bridge, and I don't think that looks good. Like all these sort of mounds, but whatever, it'll do. I won't say I'm the best builder, not by far. But I think I do have a general understanding of the game. And if we were to send trains, no, whatever. Yeah, I don't know if I should use only my mods or like default trains. Why not? Okay, let's see. I need livestock, and I need a gondola to transport grain. There we go. It's probably an inefficient line because this distance is so short. We'll see. We can make a longer line here though. Like we got wood and or timber and plank sawmills, like 3. I don't know why they have places so close though. And we have some oil and oil refinery. So let's make a transport network here for this food being processed and make it into a food delivery line. Food goes into all the blue areas. This is perfect. We could put it there so it goes here faster. Like that. Ooh, this one's cool. I haven't seen this before. Oh, and I made a major mistake by not building a depot here. There we go. So this one will go between these places. And I'll have another line going to this city, but I'll take that by train. And I think 80 meters is good enough. And let's make a secondary street, actually. Street connection. So we can get the best range there is. Wow. He's not able to make this because of the slope. Drifted into it. Okay. You may notice in previous train fever, this would be a hard thing to do. Like this simple crossover in a curved road. Okay, and I think this one will fit perfectly here. I have to make it snake through the terrain here because of the steep hill. And I shall connect this. Okay, so let's see, let's make this happen like that. and add another train. That looks cool. And this should transport food. It's not a good success yet, but I hope it will pick up. Let's see what it needs. Ship more livestock. Okay. Don't know how to get that to happen, except just let it increase over time. Okay, so let's set up a crude oil network. $80 is good enough, isn't it? Like 80 meters long. We could start with that and see what happens. Oh, a new thing I haven't shown you yet is you can upgrade stations. Like, I can add any number of tracks, and you can see the building changes accordingly. Quite cool. And I can add to the length as well, but I'd need to remove that track before I add to the length though. Actually, let's just make it 160 meters. It will come at a cost though. And there's also hotkeys, so you can quickly jump to any kind of building here, or building tools as needed, and you can customize them as you please. Okay, so right here we need one line to receive the crude oil. We need one line to send oil, and one line, at least one line, to send fuel. So let's build 4 and make it 160 meters. Let's build it right here. So now we can see this highlights because it's within the reach of this station. Let's build our first line, which is the crude oil. If I had been smart, I would have just run it through here. But I'm not smart. Not now. I'll take it right through the city. Okay. Cool. We need a depot, which is of course fine. Ooh, where is it? There. Let's build it in within vicinity of this thing here. See if there's any diesel engines. we could take that, find a tank car, and bring it over there. Whoa, that engine is really burning diesel. That is insane. Okay, that's the first step. Since you already have this line and this city probably needs fuel, let's see where in the city they need fuel, and make a new freight station right here. And to sort of spread this catchment area, you would have to either reposition the station itself, or you can use trucks within the city to transport the fuel. So I'll do a combination of both, like this station catches this area of industrial, and I'll make another industrial depot or a cargo depot. Truck station it's called. I should use the proper names right here to add to this catchment area. Let's see, freight, and does it take fuel? No. This one takes fuel. Good. Now I can select here from the whole list of different cargo types this one can accept. I'll take fuel. I'll make 3 of those. And it will drive between these places and send fuel. Okay, let's make a second line. See this? You would never be able to do that in Train Fever. And let's just do the same thing here. Make this merge, and let's have this one merge here as well. So now we have a quite complex thing, at least compared to what we had in Train Fever. So let's just make a couple of singles. Okay, so this is there we go. Now we can have these two trains running at the same or the same distance both. Oh, man, I'm rambling. Been a busy week. Okay, let's make a crossover. There we go. That's what we need. Or is it? No, can't cross over that cross. I'll figure it out later. Let's take a different locomotive. And this one will transport fuel. And notice there's another thing with Transport Fever. When I clicked to place the line and bought the train, locomotives and wagons, there was hardly any lag. Like before, it would take several seconds for the game to load this, especially the textures. They're quite heavy. What the developers did was add support for DDS, which is compressed textures. So the textures don't eat so much memory and it's much faster to load. Yeah, I'm transporting crude oil. That's good. And by the way, in Train Fever, you would have to set it to crude oil only, right? But if I wanted, I could actually have this same train take crude oil to this train station and bring fuel back over to this station on its way back. That would probably be somewhat effective. We could try that on a different stage. The same thing here, like with box cars, they can send. Oh, what's going on? What is going on? Let me guess this one. Huh. Okay. What? Okay, I'll just. This line completely stopped up. I'll just delete this track after. Always remember to check after your trains, I guess. Okay, so these box cars can hold both goods, livestock, and food. And if there was a city between this food processing plant and the farm, I could make it take a stop at the city, and it would most likely take food with it, offload it in the city, and carry on to the farm and load a new batch of grain and livestock. Okay, where are we? We want fuel to be transported somewhere like here, right here, where they need grain and oil to produce plastics. We could also take fuel to this city. We can do that first. Okay, let's do that right here. Let's take this one. Does it take fuel? Yeah, it takes fuel. So now these trucks will drive collect fuel, take it to the city, and earn me some money, which is great. Oh, this is a quite heavily populated road, so let's make our own highway, express highway for fuel. Oh, he's actually catching up with that. Wow, that's awesome. Doesn't transport any fuel though. I don't know if it's gonna use it though. We'll see. Yeah, it's these plastics. Let's see, how is the terrain right here? Okay, it's sort of steep, but we can do it. Or was it stupid? Yeah, we can't fit a new upgraded station there, but we will make do. Is it also easier to see tunnels right now? And you can add waypoints in the tunnels as well as signals, and you can, let's say I want to branch off right here. There we go. Now we have a double track within the tunnel. It was that easy to make compared to what it was before in Train Fever. So it's become much more logical to make all the like building procedures. Where am I? Yeah, we need to go here. So let's take this. And this will need to go like zigzag as well. As you can see here, it's really ridiculously steep. Okay, need to take like this is crazy. Okay. Oh, did you notice? If you notice this window here, you can see the height just below your cursor. So you can see like this station is at 150 meters above sea level. This station is 108. 40-meter increase. And just from this area to this area is like 40 meters. So no wonder it needs to curve like this to get up there. Okay. We can continue on our little project here to produce. Okay, let's just take one of my trains to produce plastic. We also need grain, which could go just for the sake of it. Like, it's fun, isn't it? From this farm right here over here. So we'll need some double tracks. The entire length of the line, I think. Oh, it's lagging because it's making all that stuff happen. I think it's doing some wild calculations. Okay, let's get rid of that then. Then I can rebuild the road after. Notice you get a warning here saying some industries in some cities no longer have connection, which is perfectly fine. We don't need. Okay, there we go. We can now. Oops. They can now be connected again, and I can continue make my journey down the mountain. Okay, let's try something really cool here. Notice that. Ooh, that's interesting. I can easily add to a bridge in the middle like that. You wouldn't be able to do that at train fever. So, but that was actually quite stupid. We only needed like at a crossing right here. So let's see. I'm not sure which one will be used for our line here, but I can force it to be like this first one here by making a waypoint. And I'll just connect it right here. I should be able to, yeah, like that. Boom. And since we'll have 2 trains riding on this line right now, I just go nuts with that and upgrade this one to a line number 2. Oh, okay. I will need to delete it and rebuild this station before the time. Oh, the timer. No, it's there. The timer didn't run out. 162. 2 tracks. And I will need sort of a crossover here. Like that. And a boatload of signals. So it can ride effectively using the same tracks. Let's make a new line from here to the plastic factory. Where is it? There it is. So now we have 2 lines going up here, and I want to make some tracks. Let's see, and I should upgrade this with another line. And I think I will need to expand this double tracks. Huh, doesn't work. It worked. And I should make like a crossing here as well. Awesome. Hey Mark. Yes, it is awesome. Yeah, I think a signal there as well would be good. Okay, so let's make another. Or should we do it here? Or did I already make a train for that? No, I just made a line. Okay, let's build a new thing here, and it should take grain. Oh, I just noticed I did this weird mistake, I think. Yeah, it's not going from there. It should go from this farm. Remove that. Speed up. And turn it around. Because we want to pick up grain and bring to the plastic factory. Oh, wow, he's actually riding backwards. I should check that. I should check why that's happening. It's a bug. And it's my mistake. Okay, we also have some lumber here. We could make something fun with that. These guys say nothing. They just need oil and grain to make plastic. So where do they need plastic? They need it right here. And here. Okay, I've never done a... oh, new trucks. I've never done a steel mill thing before. But it looks like it's decently close, so I'll just do it with trucks. So I have coal right here, actually. And I have iron right here. Another new feature, I've not used it much, but it exists. You need to make sure boats can fit under bridges to make a nice arc, and you get this all green patch. Or you can make a tunnel. Why not? Let's do that. And let's buy some vehicles. Five trucks. That'll do. And 5 trucks to take the coal. Let's upgrade this road. It's also easier to see what type of road is used anywhere now, just by clicking to the road type you want and using this upgrade icon. See these red or green lines depending on what type of road it is. Same goes for train tracks, really. And catenaries. Okay, so it's starting to use my lines already. And they will produce steel, and we will take the steel to this factory where we will collect planks, steel and plastic to make these machines and tools. Let's make a large truck station and connect it to... That's my other mod. I don't know if you notice it, but when there's a truck nearby and I just click to build the road, it doesn't jump or return like in Train Fever. So that's a nice feature that's fixed. Yeah, let's make a freight line from the steel mill to the machine factory, and we will need plastic, which we'll take from here in a train line, and we will add let's see, we will add some lumber stuff as well. So we will need at least 2, and we can ship the machines to this city, anywhere really. So let's make 3 tracks at least. There's no room for expansion here though. Okay, it's a tight fit, but we'll do it. Perhaps I should do this instead. Don't know if that was stupid, or if I can have like a track swing right here. Okay, I can make that work. Oh, it crashes with the bounding box of the factory, so let's do that. And we will make this line from the plastic factory. And while we're at it, let's make it possible to swing by this city to deliver tools as well. The reason I'm making like shorter builds is because it conforms to the terrain better. If I do it in short steps compared to this, you see it will dig into the terrain a lot. Or just make a tunnel. Oh, actually quite a long tunnel. So there will be some more. Yeah, I'll just go for it. This game is not about perfection anyway, just for showing off the game and the couple of mods I've made. Okay, so I need a depot. So let's make one. I don't know whether this will be possible. No. Okay, let's do it like this. Let's use my modded train just for fun. We will need plastic. Where is the plastic? This is plastic. And you can notice the lag now. It's because the mod haven't been optimized with compressed textures, so it took a few seconds to load. And there's something wrong with the textures, obviously, because it's not PBR. Oh, by the way, let's see, let's find one of my mods. This one, for instance. I made it possible with this mod to do like they do in the vanilla locomotives. You can set the color right, and it affects just the areas of the mod I want it to affect. So I can make this one, it's like, it's oil, right? Let's make it black, why not? Oh wow, this one's really producing. Line 9 is not receiving a lot though. I might have to add more trains to it to increase the frequency. So let's add another one of these. Freight, gondola, and grain. I think that was the grain train. Yep, it is. So, try to deliver more oil. Okay. And the oil refinery is saying try to ship more fuel. How are we doing on fuel or oil shipments? We are nearly full trains, which is good. They have also made some new graphs, which are quite easy to understand and more graphical or visual. So that's also quite interesting to notice. On the default trains, there's also where is it? You can add logos to your game. You can make your own logos, obviously. But these logos do not show up on mods right now. That's something I hope will change soon. Where are we? We need... Actually, we could ship food here as well. But we need lumber. So there are one here that produces it, and is there anyone closer? No. Okay, so we'll need to make a lumber line. And make it into planks. So let's actually try something with this one, because it's using the same stake cars to transport the lumber and the planks. So let's make like a round trip. So the trains will collect lumber and they will collect planks, and then they will deliver it to this machine factory and then go back to the lumber mill. So I think I only need one. Actually, I will make it so it can like loop through like this. Where is it? There it is. And the same here, I'll make it go straight through this area. But I guess this would be much better for the flow of trains and stops and whatnot. And let's collision. Yeah, it's connected, and oh, this is great. I can probably make use of this line actually. But I will also make a turn here for easy access to this depot. Okay, this is quite hard. Taking a turn across the tracks here and into into this station again. Cool. So let's make the first leg, which is wow. This Norwegian locomotive had nothing to wow. Even this one is quite yeah, I'll get a couple of these ones instead, and a couple of state cars. Like that. And it will take lumber and make it into planks, and then it will run back on the same stretch of railroad here. Let's make this double tracks already. Okay, and then inside this tunnel it will branch off. Wow, this is cool. Never done any building like this before. And I'll of course make this one get back on track there. Ooh, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, this road is too much. I'll just rebuild it. Oop, that wasn't what I wanted. There we go, it's connected again, and we need to make some signals. Okay, and then we will add this, I think. Yeah, we will add this station. It's, oh wow, it's it's insanely long. So I'm a bit worried it won't be profitable. Like the trains won't, or the lines won't be used by the industries because of that. Okay, that's actually cool. Let's make a loop. Wow, this line would be so crazy expensive with all the bridges and the tunnels and everything. Okay, let's make a couple more. Like 4 of them would do. Also notice you see the total length of the trains. Didn't notice that. I noticed it until now actually. I like it. That way it's easier to plan, like, okay, you know you have all stations on our line is 160 meters. Okay, let's turn this one around. Grab some planks. It will bring the planks all the way to the other place. So let's follow this one. At full speed. Notice what it says, heading for a lower surprise. It's quite some ride to get there, deliver those planks. Oh. It's transporting like 2 planks. Wow. All this weight for 2 planks. I think this mod will look even better when it's textured for PBR and the new texturing or rendering methods in Transport Fever. Oh, 89 crowns. I've changed this from dollars to crowns, but I'll change it back. It doesn't make any sense to have like 97 million crowns. Oh, new train, new tram. Guess this is some American thing. Now I wonder how many. Whoa, there's a lot of lumber here. I think it will take it all in one go. So now we are talking about like all these industries. Let's just save. Let's call it stream, because that's what I'm doing now. I'm streaming. Oop. Okay, let's see. What are we looking at here? This is line 1. Transport's right here. I think it's doing well, because the other line here is taking grain to the plastic factory. I should really rename all my lines here. Okay, so this is farm to food factory. This is, what is it? Food to Sterling Heights. This is food to Santa Clara. Crude oil to refinery. Fuel to Little Rock. And this is fuel to Sterling Heights. What? Oh. Huh? Didn't I just name this? What? Oh. Fuel to Little Rock. I think I got confused because these ones, I don't know, it looked like it was highlight. Fuel inside Sterling Heights. Oh, let's call it high. Line 8 is oil to plastic. This one is grain to plastic. Let's make it yellow. And also I can make the trains yellow, so it's funnier to watch. Make all the vehicles of this line pink, like the line color. Crude oil. Let's make this blue, bright blue. This is, what is this? Iron ore. Iron ore to steel mill. I usually name all my lines when I'm making them. Steel to machine factory. Yeah, 2 lines left. This is lumber planks to machine. Okay, mach. And this one is plastic. Plastic to machine factory. Okay, it's a tiny bit easier to orient yourself now. If I were to buy some new trains and all that. Wow, this planks lumber mill is really kicking it. Try to ship more planks. Okay, I can do that. I can make like a lot of new. So, and I also think it's only showing what's possible to. No, I don't know. Like, it's only showing the lines it can actually send the locomotive to. I don't think so. Run planks. Let's go. Oh, come on. This train will look really full. Wow. That is awesome. Okay, I see I have some new viewers here. Welcome, welcome. Right now, this is just a game I started just for fun, for streaming purposes. I noticed there's been a certain annoyance on the Steam forums. I don't know if I'm any better than the streamers that were streaming this past weekend. I didn't get to see any of them myself because I was away, and yeah. Anyway, right now I am building a huge cargo network. Huge meaning I'm not even using a tenth of the map. Like, it's really a huge map. So look at the possibilities. Don't be afraid you have too little things to do here. So as you can see, my network is quite small compared to the map. Right now I think I will start transporting people between a couple of these cities. So I could make like, I don't know, like a circle. Oh, wait. I talked about planes earlier. Let's go for planes. Just gonna save the game first in case of crashes. Yeah, let's build an airport. Let's build an airport right here between all these cities, and I will have one train line going here to the airport. I will have bus connections, another train route directly to the airport. Something like this. And I will upgrade these right here with highways. And I'll make another airport, another place, and then I'll start connecting. Let's see, how are my trains going? That wasn't quite full. This one's better. I just want to see what it earns. It's like not even half full. Bling, 1.7 millions. That's quite good. Okay, an airport that's far, far away, like here. We can do that. Connect all these cities to this airport. That will connect the rest of the world with the other side. Okay, so we have two sizes of airports. We have medium and large. So I could have another airport right here to connect these two and fly them over there for some weird reason. Actually, we can do that later and add some more, upgrade the airport with more terminals, so we can have more planes picking up passengers at the same time. Okay, and we will have a train connection between these two cities into this one and to this city. Let's make this happen. Let's take this nice modern. Ooh, this is gonna be tricky. Let's see. Actually not. I'm gonna have two street connections like this, so you need to pass through the so it's like you need to pass through the station in order to get to the airport. That's kind of sneaky, isn't it? Ooh, there we go. Okay, so we need to have two tracks to on and offload. I need to see the contour lines. We could have it run straight through the city, splitting the city, just like that. Notice now, for the ones of you that are new to Transport Fever, haven't seen it yet, I can just simply click and drag and it will automatically remove the buildings that are in the way. That makes it a lot easier to plan what it will be like. And let's let's make this ooh, cool. 5. Wow. Okay. Let's continue. Really stupid of these ones not to just go straight to the airport, but I'm the designer of the track. I am designing this. We will have double tracks all the way. So there won't be any downtimes in airport shuttles. Okay, so that part is done. Let's make the second one. Oh, this one's gonna be a bit trickier. Let's just connect it right here and make a sloppy loop around. By the way, I'm not by far the best Transport Fever player. I just enjoy these kind of games and go at it. Oh. Wasn't quite happy with that. Let's try this again. Nice. Game, what's up? Is this road? No. Huh. Okay, let's force it. Force it into a bridge. Oh, it says road again. You'll usually have a good idea why something isn't working now, because the parts that are making things break are highlighted in red. Let's see if we can make a tunnel. Oh yeah, there we go, that's a tunnel. Okay, so this part is completed. Let's just make sure we have a depot for our trains to populate the line. Oh, a new locomotive. That's great. Oh, we need some lights to tell them the next stage of the tracks are clear. Okay, so this will be a shuttle service and basically try to get as many passengers from the cities on to, let's try my other trains here. Yeah, onto the plains. Oh, this one looks quite cool. Okay, let's use this express train, which is, well, if it was, oh, sorry for not noticing you, Nikki. Hi, welcome to the stream. Yeah, this express train makes more sense when you play without the no costs mod, because it is way cheaper than this one, yet it holds far less passengers. But let's build a lot of them. There we go. Okay, let's just call it Airport Express 01 because we will have another one later. And for maximum effect, we should have bus or tram lines within the cities as well, because the catchment area isn't catching them all. And we could have like a bus line right here. Let's see, let's make a bus stop. Oops, wrong button. There we go. And a bus line right here. Within this city we can have several stops before it goes on to, let's see, before it goes out of the city and connects to the airport. Let's build some passenger buses, like a lot of them. New line. So this one goes express. Airport Bus Express 01. Bright pink, and we will have another passenger line within the city. Which will transport all the people back and forth within the city and bring them over to this airport. Don't worry, keep clicking. Yep, I will. Next up is probably adding this some planes for the airport. I don't know which type to use though. I'll take whichever is fastest, except the Concorde. It holds only 24 passengers. Okay, I think it'll be the Boeing 757. I'll make a couple of those. 3 actually. And way over here is our airport, which is not developed yet. Let's make it a bright color. So you see this green line, that's where they will fly. Okay, let's follow this one. Oh wow! I can enter cockpit. There was a different plane here that will actually take off now. Let's cool, let's follow it and then enter cockpit and watch it land. So in due time I might try to make some planes as well. That would be fun to see if I could get it working, like the trains. I guess it's far less work in terms of animation and transparency and all that, but it's a different task because of all the aerodynamic shapes and the paint job itself. Let's see, it's actually not that fast yet. Whoa! Blasting through the sky. Does it reach max speed? Yeah, it did. Just for a brief second before it needs to go down. I guess it's on final soon. Let's see, from the cockpit. Yeah, it's quite straight trip from one airport to the other. And we have another one coming in here. Whoa, instant stop. Wow, they're landing quite far out on the runway. Okay. So let's start with the passenger services to connect into the cities. Yeah, they gotta fix that. Frankly, I've never used planes in the early in the beta, so I can't talk about that. I've focused on modding and modding how to get mods into the game. Okay, passenger services. Like I did on the other side, I think I will be making 2 tracks, if not more. And I will have a second string connection switched on. Okay, let's make it 4 tracks. Like that. And I'll make this highway go more straight, so I get some space for some bus stops and all that. This one only needs train station, or sorry, bus station. Let's make it in the middle of the city. And then I'll have several bus lines connecting it. Okay. Let's make some buses. No way. Did someone on YouTube do that, or like Twitch or whatever? 500 meters long train line. You see this? I assure you, these lines are not 500 meters long. I have like, the longest line is ridiculous. It's taking lumbers, it's taking lumber from this lumber mill to this what's it called? Sawmill. So it's taking lumber, making it into planks, all the way over here to a machine factory, which I remember now I did not connect to anything, so it doesn't send the products anywhere. So I don't think it's being very productive. So let's send this to this city. And yeah, I think that's it. I should probably, let's see. Oh, no. No. Can't do that. Can't take like these huge trucks within this city. Machines and tools, yep. New line. There. Hard to make a profit, yeah. I get it. If you don't play by the game's rules, you will suck at the game. Use trains when there's long distances. So I don't know whether this airport project would be profitable in a game where I don't use no costs, but would be fun to figure out. This line though would obviously be with trains. This one would be with bus. So I could have like a loop 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. I don't know. Yep, probably I could just hook it into here and back into the airport. Anyway, let's see if this thing will transport the tools I made. So there's no production right now. Probably because there's try to deliver more steel. Right. Oh. Alright, it does deliver steel. Except there is no... Okay, there is production. Oh, cool. That's a nice streetcar. Okay, I'll tell you what. I will connect these cities with train, and I'll make a streetcar network in at least one of them using that new streetcar. That looks quite cool. So let's get back to this. Plan ahead. Try to figure out where we need these stations. We also need to think about terrain. Yeah, thanks, man. I guess I'm not as bad at this game as I thought. Okay, we'll need to remove that and that and that. Just build with a second street connection as well. Okay, and I'll rebuild the roads after. Remember this, that if you build as straight tracks as possible, you might be able to upgrade the length, but I couldn't do that now. it wasn't straight enough, but you can, or just delete the first parts. I'm guessing these ones will be happy with all the trains going in express shuttle to the airport. Okay, let's oh, look, people are entering the station and getting up the stairs and continue their journey to the other side. That's cool. Okay, I guess that will have to do. Yeah, I've never seen this before, but I guess I haven't paid attention. Okay, so there's the airport, there's the line. Let's not destroy this city by building through it, since we don't need the train station here. Where are we? Ooh, right over here. Okay. The lagging you see is because I'm dragging really long stretches of railroad at one go. Okay, it's really steep down here, so like look in this contour lines tool, 147 meters down to 100 meters, so it's like a 40 meter drop. Yeah, it's, I don't know if it's really big, but I think this is the biggest, most complex thing I've ever built in Transport Fever so far. As I mentioned earlier, I've focused on modding and making sure the modding process is as streamlined as possible, at least per now. And I must say the texturing and all that is way easier to get perfect or perfected than before. Oh, 15 train lines. I have like, I don't know, a lot. One. Okay, let's count. One. I have 9 train lines alone, and I have at least as many road lines and 1 airline. Right. I guess if everything is connected, I would guess it makes sense that things lag, because all of the pathfinding needs to calculate, even though it doesn't really change much. Like one line will go to the same city or to the same platform, it still needs to calculate all the rest. All right. I don't think I've played Train Fever for like, I don't know, 3 months. I can't remember how it's whether it lags or not. Yeah, I get it. I think it's more realistic to connect everything, if that makes sense. Well, I get it. Not every single piece of track needs to be connected to everything, but in the real world, you would save money by uh, reusing a lot of track instead of building from scratch over and over again. Looks like I did something really stupid. Oh, it became a tunnel because of the contours, right? So let's see which part of the tracks this is. Okay. Let's see if it will. Yeah, I did. Okay, it's gonna lag. I promise you it's gonna lag, but this long stretch really worked out. Let's see if it will connect here. It tries to take a shortcut. I don't want that. Okay, so now we have two cities connected. I think we could start running this line right now, and I'll just get a jump start with this thing. Okay, so that works out. Let's take the other train this time. Whoa, there are so many multiple units. Let's take this one. New line. Boom. Boom. Ka-ching. And there we go. Need some lights. To make a smooth ride. So they don't stop all over the place. Ooh, too close. Oh, that's stupid. Okay, so what I need to do now is make a cross like this. What? Okay, for the easy sake, I will take it between two like masts like that. Yeah, I'll have a boatload of express trains on it, I think, and I'll make it a loop, and I can reuse it for, I don't know, anything. Like this fuel line could connect to this passenger line and transport fuel to other cities. Is there anything producing planks? I could connect that to it and make a loop to the planks. Oh wow, there's more fuel than this train can carry. That's awesome. Try to ship more fuel, of course. I'll connect this one to this city, and that will be the end of that city and station. Not the end of the city. That sounds cruel. Yeah, I'll make this a tram thingy, and it's so easy to see where there's trams now, or tram lines. They really listen to the community. Like we all wanted the same visual guide as when you electrify a train track for the trams as well. Well, if you bulldoze through it, it will be the end of the city. Yeah, true. But I don't want to end this city. Okay, so let's find this fancy. Oh, it wasn't. Huh. Okay. I thought the rail bus was a tram. Let's see. Let's connect it all. Boom, boom, boom. They're not good talkers. Well, they do respond if you ask. They really do. They're probably not taking the time to talk to the community the same way as most other companies are. But they are a small company of, I don't know, like 9 people total. But I can't really discuss how they do things because I don't know. But my opinion is they listen and they respond. Okay, so let's add that station to the list. I need to sort out the path stuff as well. Okay. So what's going on here? Let's make this one way, this one way. Oh, there we go. At least it's driving now. Good. It's working. The profit of the planes is unrealistic right now because I'm not playing with money as a factor of disaster. I just wanted to make a stream where I build stuff, not necessarily play the game, but I'll just finish these signals and I'll take a look. Okay, so let's check the planes. Whoa, that's actually quite small. If I had played this with money on, it would be a disaster. It would cost me so much. Like one plane is usually, I don't know, a couple of millions running costs. But I really think it's down to demand and supply. No, the planes aren't full at all. I don't think anyone wants to fly from this area to the other. And I think this train station and this bus station is more like a hub to connect all these cities more than it's actually for connecting the oh my god, I'm so terrible with words today. Connecting the airport and the people. It might actually have been a bad decision to... Oh, well, we have some people going here though. They are going to work. Wow. Okay, so this guy lives here, right there, and he goes to work right here. Like, wow, who would do that? That's ridiculous. Okay, so we have 3 people waiting for the planes. There are no planes in sight yet. Oh, there's one. Aircraft 3. You're it. A workaholic? Probably. I guess he's traveling so far. He probably have a second apartment near his other job. I mean, come on, people are afraid the maps aren't big enough. It was quite a cool fly in there with the train lines and all that. But there's something wrong. They're stuck. Why is it stuck? Why is it stuck? It's trying to drive the other way. Okay, that's the problem. Must be such a pain to live on either side of the city, because all these frequent trains. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, wow. This has expanded a lot. I think we need to add more wagons to this one after it's been emptied. And there's so little like fuel being produced. It's weird. I mean, this one is picking up 45. That's half the train. That's waste. I should probably add another fuel or oil train. Okay, so let's turn it around. Go to depot. Add more of these guys. Oops. Probably a bit too long. Oh, that's the fuel one. Damn it. Fuel to Sterling Heights. Ah, crap. Crude oil. Let's have this one get to its destination first. There we go. Okay, so let's add some more. Let's remove one, so it'll be just the size of the stations. 160. I think the other one is 160 as well. Yep. And it can fit 144 units of oil, so that's good. You can see it's getting older, like dirt and rust, and extremely polluting. This would be running very well with, with money on. Yeah, it would get clipped, but only if the train's length was longer than the train station, right? It's the same thing here. But now at least when you build the train, you see the length of the entire train, so you can plan for the optimum performance of loading and unloading. Swoosh. Okay, so you got a 3.6 million income. Hmm. I'm not sure about the technicals about the clipping, but I guess it's, I don't know. I think the train station is sort of a container or something. And when it exceeds the size of that container, it needs to do something in order to render the objects correctly. Yeah. Let's make another tram station. Okay. Probably not the best one, but I just need people to get on the tram and take the train and get on that plane. Oh, that's a nice looking tram. I wonder what happens in turns. Whoa. Running into each other. Okay. There was this one modder who made some really terrific looking, I don't know what it's called in English, like these middle sections here that contract and expand. Okay, right. There's a lot of people riding this this line now. I wonder if I could have more trains up and running. I'll take this one. There we go, 150 meters long. Oops. Line 7, it should say. Airport Express 02. Sounds like a race car or something. Those custom sounds really made that mod so much better. Oh wow, this is so cool. Sort of like see that plane coming in. I'll show you all the mods in just a bit. Wow, that actually looks quite busy and cool. 39 waiting for the train. Cool. Am I missing something here? All right, I didn't think there were doors. Or just hidden. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I have made a couple of mods. Let's just make a short stretch of stations here. I'll delete them after, I promise. So this will be the show-off area. And I need one more. Oop, can't do that. Okay, I've made 3 mods, or like this is one mod pack. It's the same locomotive, it's just different paint jobs. The first one in red was made in 1996, and the 2 here in gray were made, or are actually rolling out from the paint job right now. Okay, so let's make a new line for this one as well. Oop, should do that. And then I have, oh, shut up. And then I have a couple of other trains as well. Oh, I forgot to stop it. Stop. There we go, that's that. Cool. What? Oh. Right. I need to connect these, I guess. I miss it. Okay, whatever. And I also made a couple of other locomotives made for, especially for diesel and electrical tracks. So these are the same locomotives or multi-units. It's just a different skin. Originally, or in the real world, this red one only have doors in the front of each wagon, and the second ones are just removed and there's a straight wall. So the red one is driving in Sweden, the white one is driving in Norway, which is the one I take every day to work. And these ones are all Norwegian and used on the express lines, like yeah, all across Norway, really. I also understood it's either a Swiss or a German version of it as well, but this one is specially made for Norway with this snow plow, and yeah. You download almost all mods. Cool. I downloaded a few, but I mostly played with my own because I wanted to play with Norwegian material. I also made, where is it? Yeah, like, let's actually make a train with the rest of my mods. Oh, I wish I could rearrange them. Okay, so the front one is strictly for freight. Don't look at its textures right now. It's horrible because it's not optimized for transport viewer. The same goes for the other two mods. Okay, so you play the Nordic DLC, you will not recognize these two mods, which I made as well. So this green one is from the 50s, the front red and yellow is from the 90s, and the rear one is from like 60s, 70s. But they still run this type of carriage. It's just refurbished a lot. And the yellow and red one is still running today. Actually, I am checking the time and it's 10 p.m. I should start to go to bed because I'm getting up early tomorrow. Going to work. Going back to a busy week. I'll save this game, and for what it's worth, I might actually just continue this game and stream more. Who knows? Like you can see, I've made a massive network here. There's so much going on, and there's hardly a hiccup. Let's check the performance. Let's speed up and I know I don't have the regular computer. A lot of you Train Fever and Transport Fever players won't have like this. I hate to brag, but this is a powerful rig, but it's using 13 gigabytes of RAM right now. The only thing I have open else is OBS for streaming and the browser to chat with you guys. And it's using, I think it's 4 cores it's using for the game right now, if I'm not mistaken. It's not that heavy. I don't know how much of the GPU is being used though. Okay, I can notice there's some lag, like it's not 60 FPS while I'm zoomed out, but as soon as I zoom in, it's fluid. You didn't facepalm. Oh, that's good. Good to hear as well. I didn't do any weird stuff. Well, I hope you enjoyed. I'll be back at a later time, either playing or modeling again a new mod. Cheers.